So I'm here today to give you an update on ICP. We've broken down the market structure here. You can see the lowest point is $2.80. The higher low points, $8.40, $9.50, $10.50 there as well. And now let's look at some Fibonacci, because the Fibonacci swing low here to swing high. The retracement levels that we need to be very, very cautious of here, guys, is the 0.236, the 0.382, and the 0.5. The reasoning why we have to be very cautious for these is because you know what the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement means? It essentially means the confirmation of the reversal of the trend. And as you can see, as we discussed, we're in a bullish market structure here. And if you look at the 0.5, after coming down quite significantly, the testing on this area is very strong and very prominent. Yes, massive levels of support are looking good here, and it is looking very strong. And the fact that we have held support here shows that we are holding that bullish market structure, and there's no confirmation of the reversal just yet, okay? The real confirmation I would be looking for here is losing the 0.5, losing this trend line here, which we will go through very, very shortly, and also losing market structure. If we start closing candles below $10.45, then I probably would expect big reversals here for ICP, just essentially testing these very, very crucial levels of market structure before potentially breaking here. I don't think that's going to happen. Really, it's quite unlikely to see ICP really dump 30% right now after seeing a significant retracement here from this high of this market of around 50% already, right? So it's quite unlikely that we do see ICP sort of tumble down off a cliff. Let's talk about this chart pattern. Let's talk about this this level of support, and let's talk about momentum from this area, because there's actually a really nice buying zone that we can be looking out for here today, and we are going to get into that. So let's look at this this trend line to start off with. You can see levels of support, levels of support, levels of support, near enough got it there, levels of support, and potentially levels of support here, okay? So we've got many tests along this area, and let's look at momentum from this area to see what we can actually gauge and see how strong the support actually is. So you can see it's straight up to the top side of this parallel channel pretty much every time that we do see this come into fruition here. So it is quite chunky. We haven't seen it in the last wave, unfortunately. Didn't quite get that high, but still it was a massive bounce that did consist of around 44%. So overall, it is very bullish from this area, and you're probably thinking, oh, we're currently sat on that area right now. We've tested this to the lower side. It's been bullish every single time. We're on the Fibonacci 0.5. Is there a trade, Chester? You're goddamn right, there's a trade. Let's break this down. I'm not going to be jumping into this right away, because again, we have tested this many times, guys. There is a likelihood that we could break this to the downside, so we need to be very, very vigilant for that. But what I would be looking out for here is a potential breakout scenario, just using this high as a reference point, okay? So right now, we're not currently in any sort of position for this, and the reasoning for that is because we haven't broke this area. Now, in the next sort of day, 2 days, maybe 3 days or so, if we flirt around this area, or we just have candle body close at open essentially, and it flatlines in this zone, we're going to be breaking, one, this level of resistance, which is very, very strong. You can see this level of resistance, resistance, which we've tested, what, 6 times there. We're going to be breaking that resistance, so there will be a breakout to the upside. We're also going to be using the momentum from this trend line, okay, for a move to the upside. We're also going to be using the Fibonacci 0.5 support level. Again, very, very strong indeed. And we got market structure on our side as well. So that's just a few things to say that we're going to have quite a clean, nice move for ICP. Now, the big question is, how high is this move going to be? Okay, let's break this down and let's see how high this move could potentially be for ICP here. So the clear and obvious move is going to be between the Fibonacci, okay? The 0.5 to the 0.382, which is worth around 17%. And you can see there's a quite high chance that we do that. And between this area, it does actually mean it's quite smooth just overall. The safest way to trade crypto, in my opinion, is staggering your take profits throughout a position. And instead of setting 1 take profit and 1 stop loss, you want to set 4 take profits and 1 stop loss. And once you hit your first stop loss, you take once you hit your first take profit, you move your stop loss to your entry point, and then you're sat there in a risk-free position, okay? If you get stopped out, your stop loss is at your entry point, okay? So you don't lose anything. You've actually already taken profit on 25% of your position, and you're already winning, okay? It's better to sit back in your chair and be in a risk-free trade than being in a trade that you can lose money, okay? So, yeah, that's what I would say about that. Let's break that down for ICP. So the move to the upside would probably consist, let's just keep it quite simple here, and let's keep our stop loss below that swing that we did see testing the market structure. So that is going to be at around $10.23, and then our overall take profit could be set at around 0.382. Okay, this is just purely just a guess right now for our entry point. Obviously, it's not live, but this is just something that we can potentially predict in the future. So it's going to be around a 1-to-1 risk-reward ratio for this position, guys. Now we basically need to stagger 4 take profits along this area. And let's do that. So in terms of an entry point, we can get in around this area. So candle body closes from this point usually are quite strong. Let's see how big the waves are to the upside and see if there's a correlative point here from this. So let's extend this Fibonacci along here, and let's look at candle body closes above it. So candle body close above it there, we actually saw a dump to the downside, which is pretty bearish. Candle body close there, went straight the way up. Candle body close there, that's a point of relevance, and then you can see, so that's a point of relevance to be looking out for there. Candle body close here, straight up. Candle body close here. We went up to that area after testing that as well. Candle body close here, straight up again. Candle body close, straight up again. Candle body close, straight up again. Candle body close, straight up again. And again, all over here as well, guys. So overall, that is looking pretty good as a first TP for us to be looking out for there, around $12.47. That would be the first one I would plot in there, which is essentially the most important one there. And after that, let's just bang in some levels here. You can see massive levels of resistance there along this area. And again, it can just run. It can easily just run, but we need to basically be quite vigilant here for these points, essentially, right? So there you go. There's your 4 TPs. Yep, there's your 4 TPs. That's what I would be looking for. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor, guys. Please do your own research before jumping into any positions here. Let's look at the quantum insight and see what that is saying. You can see that we've actually seen momentum here, which is very interesting. We've obviously got very low points in momentum, which is a very bullish sign. We've got the AI triangles as well, and you can see that we didn't actually get as low as we did previously in this momentum. So this essentially means that essentially this is a bullish signal. Okay, this is a bullish signal for a move to the upside from this point here, actually. So you can see we have had bullish momentum. So ideally, this is actually looking, again, very strong in our favor for another move to the upside here. Let's jump down to the 4-hour, see what we're looking at for there. Again, we've got smooth money flow to the downside. Very strong stuff. That's all these circles here. You can see momentum, again, is slowing down. We're getting higher. The downside momentum is getting higher, which means it's getting weaker. Now, the next point to really be looking out for there is this coming down, getting this AI crossover, getting the reversal coming through like that. Stochastic being nice and low like we have seen here. As you can see, it's coming down. This position is lining itself up pretty goddamn perfectly. I'm quite excited about this one. Really nice. Really super clean there. Okay, so yeah, that is going to be your update on ICP. Let me know whether you liked it. Drop a like on it if you do, guys. And of course, let me know in the comment section if you're going to be getting involved with this. And yeah, what do you think of my TA? That's what I want to know. And if you're new to the channel, guys, make sure you hit the subscribe button, notification bell on, and you're never going to miss one of my uploads. It's as simple as that. Bye for now. I'll see you in the next one.